What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. I am excited as possible. Getting ready to go back over to the NFL experience and things. I'm going to try and scope out our spot, our location for today, and hopefully we'll have a great day of coverage and stuff for you. Um, it's been really good. The nice thing is today it's going to be in the mid 60s. In fact, it's going to be I think upper 50s until like 11 o'clock at night. Although some rain may be moving in after 11, so we may get some rain tonight and some rain tomorrow morning before the draft kicks off at 12 o'clock. But today, it's funny listening to people who have opinions on what the Cowboys are looking at. You know, you can judge the Cowboys for their lack of free agents, okay, in free agency, that they are not good with it. The times that they've done free agency, the biggest one I can think of is Brandon Carr. And Brandon Carr was not a bad player, but because of the amount of money they paid him, I don't know that he was ever going to live up to the expectations. We had Greg Hardy, who was a little bit crazy. Let's be clear here. He was definitely crazy and was the 1 year wonder, was suspended for part of the time and just did not hit. But the thing is, believe it or not, the Cowboys have actually had more success in free agency than I think people really understand. Um, a lot of times, and it may be that we need to look for dollar in the grand scheme of things, because we've seen the Giants for years going out and signing great receivers. We've seen the Eagles for years, signing top cornerbacks and things, and only having some of those guys fail. It's not to say they haven't gotten some guys that have done really well, but the Cowboys have actually done really well with guys that literally, when we sign them, most of you are saying, we don't care about winning. We're just being cheap and we're hiring a bum. And that's not necessarily the case. And as I listen to a lot of the talking heads as they evaluate the Cowboys, you have to understand part of this is getting views and forcing a narrative. Because when you talk about the Cowboys and tell them how bad they are, I actually this morning I did actually a video of it. But if you listen to Skip and Shannon when we drafted Mozzie Smith, they literally said the Cowboys are stupid. They should have drafted, this guy and this guy were on the board. Not that those guys were bad players, but they literally trashed him like he was going to be the worst player to come out of football. That he was going to have 30 penalties a game, and that he's a project guy. Excuse me. That he was going to be a project guy, that he was going to be ass, and the Cowboys were stupid. I recall when the Cowboys drafted Travis Frederick. They joked. The Cowboys moved back and took a center. Who takes a center in the first round? They're idiots. But here's the thing. For the most part, the Cowboys have gotten good service out of free agents that are not big name free agents. The fact that you sign a guy like Dante Fowler to basically a veteran minimum deal and you get 4 or 5 sacks out of him for 2 years each year. The fact that you took, instead of signing Randy Gregory, a move that everybody said you're stupid, you can't replace him, and they had a guy like Dorrance Armstrong who did step in and do more than what Randy Gregory did for a lot less money and had staying power for 2 years, whereas he didn't make it long in Denver or with San Francisco and things. They actually do these things well. So when they draft Tyler Guyton, I have to at least give them the benefit of the doubt on the track record of what they've done. And the fact that we got an extra pick. I don't think you guys seem to understand that. We got an extra pick. When we were looking at this draft and we were saying we have so many holes to fill, what if this guy is like the Cowboys' typical first round drafted offensive lineman? What if this is a guy who, mind you, right now he's a better pass blocker than run blocker? And I know Mike McCarthy last year said, I just want to run the football. Yeah, I think that's a bullshit because the offense was run last year like Mike McCarthy did when he won the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. They averaged 3.8 yards per carry. 3.8 yards a carry that Super Bowl win season. Aaron Rodgers had 31 TDs and like 13 or 11 interceptions. And they had a great defense. Well, here's the thing. Tyler Guyton is a really good pass blocking tackle. He's going to have growing pains. He's only started 14 games. But you look at this and say, this is a move that definitely will help Dak in a passing game, which is what Mike McCarthy really wants to do. And longevity-wise, going for hopefully for years, you start looking at it and say, you've got your left side of your offensive line taken care of. If he pans out, there's no guarantee that he does. There's no guarantee that anybody does. Now, what's going to be interesting to me is maybe the Cowboys, if they end up using another one of those picks or two from next year to possibly move up to get, another premier player, then you may actually look at the team actually being all in. Today will definitely be where we find out, are they actually all in? Because there's still opportunity out there. There's still going to be other players that they can add. And right now, the thing is to be able to get the best players that you can in the positions. Now that we got a second round and 2/3, you've got a lot to play with because it's possible that you could take one of those thirds and some of those picks from next year and package those up and get 2 picks in the second round. My hope and my prayer is that we're getting guys that aren't the history of injuries, that we got guys from day one that we can plug in and have them playing now. That is my hope. Now, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Last year when we did the draft coverage, we were up on the hill looking down at the draft stage, in which case it was a long ways away. The sight lines of the whole panoramic view were incredible, but you didn't have so much noise that was there, because when you see the sets of the speakers, it's like being in the middle of a concert, and so the noise is so loud it literally drowns you out, and you're sitting here almost yelling to Brian next to me, and you're like, we can't hear you. It's like, I can't really hear him because it's so loud. We're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to be down in the draft area and stuff, but we're probably going to be further away. They had a section that's a little bit further away that actually had picnic tables. And we may set up, because they had picnic tables, they had the screens up there, so we can actually watch what's all going on, be able to give you the feel. You'll see the people coming around and stuff, and be able to sit down, because Lord knows, I don't think I can take any more of the Tylenol, because I have literally I took 4 of them, not realizing these are 500 milligrams each, although my knees are like, thank you, at the moment. So, hopefully we can get you some good coverage, and hopefully you're enjoying what we've been doing here, and we're going to get ready to go down. David Wiley and Primetime are already down there. David's working on getting some autographs, and I was just trying to stay off of my legs, but we're going to be down there for the rest of the day, bringing you some coverage and more of the sights and sounds of this. And I know it's not your typical, what you may be looking for, broadcast and everything else and stuff, but this is more of what it's like to be the fan down here at the draft. And hopefully we'll be able to get you a good signal. The crowds won't be quite as heavy today, but we should definitely be able to get you guys some good content. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We're growing like crazy, and I appreciate all of the support and everything you guys do to make the Joe Boo Sports Report what it is. What it is, I'm not sure exactly, but I thank you for doing that. And we are sitting here at 114,003 subscribers. Wow, that is amazing. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in the Motor City.